Really, Vischer? Is it? You guys tell me. You guys control that one, not me. Correct, Elt. It's that one video. Here's the hint, chat. Here's your hint. Guess what it's time for? No, we did the grand thumb yesterday. It is time to ballistic high speed. How powerful are black powder guns? Black powder guns in high speed. Hit. Yes. I was gonna watch this yesterday after the grand thumb, but the grand thumb one ran too late, so we're gonna watch it tonight instead. Hit. That's right, Revan. I have a musket, and I'm not afraid to use it. If it actually worked. And was real. Well, at least this image of it. Okay, chat. We saw what Grand Thumb could do with it. I'm thinking they're going to be doing more than just Kentucky Rifle. I'm guessing they may be doing multiple black powder weapons. Let's see how dangerous they are.
Okay.
Bye. I have not, Alex. Nope, that's not one I've heard of.
Welcome back to Ballistic High Speed. Today, we're going many decades into the past to take a look at black powder-based rifles, pistols, muskets, that whole genre. I'm really excited. I think a lot of you have been requesting this.
We do get quite a few comments. So these are all Flintlock. I don't think they technically qualify as muskets because they're rifled and all that. But my buddy Scott, he brought us a pistol. It's a tiny little thing, but it's
so cool looking now.
So this is a 45. My buddy Daniel let me borrow this one, a 50 cal. Although it's the old school Flintlock flash pan, the whole deal, this was actually manufactured in 2011, 2012.
Okay.
So it's newer metals, newer machining processes. Naturally, we want to see what these things do when they impact their target and all that. So Ballistic Dummy Lab, of course, we got to use them.
Lovely.
We've got a couple heads and then a gel block so we can get that nice.
Can you imagine if they had this technology back then?
Good
If you
night,
showed them
Rotax.
this,
I think they would burn you for witchcraft.
I wouldn't doubt it. So hopefully we'll learn some cool stuff, get some beautiful footage with black powder guns. Let's get to it.
To kick it off, we're going to start with the pistol. So this is a 45 caliber. What's kind of cool is all of them utilize the same technology. So you have the flint comes down.
Quivering. You got to learn how to load and shoot a black powder rifle. Nice. Very cool.
Strikes on this plate, makes a spark, it ignites all of this powder, and that tiny little hole leads inside of your barrel where there's a different kind of powder sitting behind the ball that then ignites. The more Fs there are, the finer the powder. So we'll use the 4F because it's the smaller grains because it has to make it down that tiny hole to get inside, where we'll have the 3F, which is a larger granule, because then it ignites better and it moves down the barrel better. That will be the setup all day. So we are going to start with 30 grain. These will be predetermined, so you can just plug it with your finger, and then that's supposed to be your predetermined amount. And that came out to 33. So that's how they were able to do it a little more expediently in the battlefield. It'll make it really easy for loading because it's kind of windy. And just like that. Now we'll do wad, ball, ramrod, 4F powder. So you just fill your pan up, and then we talked about that little hole that's back there. Close it. All right, this is the first black powder pistol in 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Cool.
I can definitely tell that I dipped.
We're used to modern guns.
Man, that does take a while.
He didn't dip too badly. Grand Thumb honestly dipped worse than he did when he was firing the rifle. Especially when he did that point blank one. He dipped way down before it actually fired.
This
Yeah.
is the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. So we're going to see just how much faster the, what would you call it, the dwell time, I guess, when you're waiting from flash to shot with the black powder to a modern cartridge where it should be not instantaneous.
We, in case they do not review, let us review. Oh, hang
We're
on.
used to modern guns.
Man, that does take a while.
Okay.
Just how much faster the, what would you call it, the dwell time, I guess, when you're waiting from flash to shot with the black powder to a modern cartridge where it should be not instantaneous, but.
From hammer drop to bullet exiting, that's what we're looking at.
Okay, yep. Yeah, the really cool part though is you just, you know, and now you're ready to go.
Can shoot a lot more.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think we needed to go with the 500.
Not really.
You know, we probably could have picked anything else. Here comes the 500 in 3, 2, 1. God!
So different.
Wow. Okay. When was this done? Yeah, his hand. Is he still in recovering? Is he still like physically recovering from his accident? Is that why he was shaking so badly? Cause he was shaking really badly here.
2, 1. God!
So different.
He's gotta still be recovering.
Waiting.
Wow. That's a long time.
So bullet is exiting right there.
Okay.
So that is 0.084 seconds that it took. So
Oh.
that is 84 to 85 milliseconds. So now we can check these.
That's still not bad. 0.0846 seconds is still, in my opinion, not bad from hammer drop to flash. Considering the firearm, that's not at all bad of a delay.
Smith & Wesson, and I'm gonna guess it is a lot less than that. Less than a millisecond.
I mean,
Yeah. So not even, so we went from.
So yeah, over 2 orders of magnitude slower. Good grief. And the rifle's only gonna be worse because you got so much more barrel length to get through.
Oh, yeah. So this is the newer manufactured. It might look a little bit different because it has 2 triggers on it. One of those is actually just a safety, and that actually locks this so that you don't accidentally bump this and set it off. And you may have heard where the term comes from, that would be going off half-cocked. So that's where that terminology comes from, if you didn't know. Okay, that is the 50 cal loaded with the powder, pre-seated the ball. Yeah. See, once you get it past that 1 point, then there, and then you're good to go.
That head behind you is just ominously waiting.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, both of them.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Man, I still can't stop myself from like bracing for it.
definitely longer. Still under 1 second.
You got the whiteboard.
It's, you know, it's still under 1 second. And for the time period, that may as well have been instantaneous. Considering the time period when these weapons were used, it's still less than a second. It's still going to be faster than a human can react. Yeah. If the mouse had like 0.1 second latency, but let's break down even further. If a human being could react to avoid being shot by one of these in 0.1 seconds or less, if you had one of these weapons aimed at you, and you had to try and dodge it, when you see that hammer fall, you have 0.1 seconds or less to try and get out of the way. Generally speaking, can't remember what exactly it was, but the human brain can process and direct you to react. I think in general, it's 2 seconds? I think is what the average person's reaction time is. Average. Average person's reaction time is, I think, 2, possibly 3 seconds. I think is what calculated out to me. Could be slightly off on that. It's been a while since I got it. 3 seconds. So 3 seconds is correct. Yeah. So even with it being slower than a modern firearm, it's still less than a second. Sometimes by a fair margin. Oh, cat, don't tease me with a good time. Don't you do it. Point being is, yes, it's longer than a modern firearm. Fucking duh there, but still not a bad at all fire time.
Board out again, which means
It means science time.
science time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have imperial units because, you know, black powder, Revolutionary War. We're not going to be measuring in meters today.
No, we're going
So-
off the king's foot.
My question for us today is, what is the actual muzzle velocity of these black powder weapons?
I was afraid you were going to call me out on that because I have no
Me
idea.
either.
It's obviously subsonic.
Obviously very subsonic.
So what's the supersonic speed?
It's around 1120
Wait, what did they say?
per
Okay.
second.
Hang on.
So what's the supersonic speed?
It's around 1120 feet per
Okay.
second.
Or 343 meters per second, or... Okay, that's the speed of sound.
At standard atmospheric pressure, altitude, and all that. I'm going to say about 650.
I'm going to go like 400.
400.
I have no idea. I'm going to look like an idiot, but I'm going to go 400.
Okay, we'll do 400 versus my 650. High speed's ready.
Okay. Black powder pistol in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
It's so quiet.
I'm nervous. I don't know if I
Nice.
trust my guess anymore.
Okay.
So this is 32,000 frames a second. It's kind of going.
Yeah.
It's slow.
I may have underbid it here.
All right, so if we start at this first marker, here to there is a foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. So we're gonna get a large sample size,
Okay.
so it'll average nicely across the whole thing.
Let it be known, this is old Bryce. Adam doesn't do that stuff.
Normally I rely on software to do this, so we're gonna try to do some digital pen and paper math here. Subtract these two numbers.
Okay.
3.9565 minus 3.9498.
0.0067.
So we have our time and we have our distance, and velocity is just distance over time. So we have 3 feet over this amount of seconds. 450 feet per second. Dang! Okay.
Nice.
Not bad. So now let's move on to the rifle, which has more barrel length.
Yep.
Which even for modern guns, more barrel length can mean more velocity.
More gooder. 750 feet per second.
Really?
Yep.
I'm gonna drop down to 600
600
for the rifle.
750 versus.
Okay, I'm gonna get on this. See, it's the rifle, it's got more barrel length, but he's saying 600. Yeah. There's 450 for the pistol. I don't know if the barrel length is going to make that much of a difference. I'm tempted to say it'll be 550. I'm tempted to say the rifle will be 550 feet per second. Chet, any ideas? 800. Jesus, K-Dog. Kendrick, of course you would say 555.
For 600.
We don't know what we're doing. All right, on to the next.
All right.
Quick break to remind you guys that we have various
Okay,
merch
so you're gonna
available
go with the
over on
600.
Bunker Branding. Go check it out. Here in Indiana, it was like 33 degrees
That's
this
an
morning when we started
690.
filming, so
Of course,
sweatshirts were needed.
690.
And now it's like 60 degrees
Yes,
out,
Hybo,
so
because
t-shirts.
69
We got
with
the
a
military
0.
green or the black classic Ballistic high-speed shirt.
We also have some stickers.
Stickers are awesome. Put them on your Pelican cases if you're a camera guy like me, or on your gun cases, whatever you want to do.
Prank your friends, put them on their car. I don't care.
Exactly.
Just buy them.
Link in the description below.
$650.
Bunkerbranding.com.
Okay,
Go pick up some
$650
merch. Send us some
for a couple of
selfies
you.
with our merch. That'd be super cool.
Tag us on Instagram.
Thanks again. Back to the video.
You almost hit me.
I know.
We're gonna start at like 50, maybe throw in 75, 100, and just see, do you get more speed?
As you increase load, what does the velocity do? And at some point, for you math people out there, we'll hit an asymptote.
Ooh, an asymptote.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it kind of plateaus at the same
Okay.
velocity. That's our asymptote.
You good?
Ready?
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Okay.
That thing threw some dirt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That has a more noticeable thump through the air from here than the pistol.
Okay.
So I'm curious if this looks like it's going any faster. Oh, kind of does.
A little bit. I think I overshot.
I feel like the pistol was more leisurely than that, just
Yeah.
watching it. All right, ready for
It does
some
look like it was
numbers?
faster. Absolutely.
That's exactly our time that it traversed 3 feet.
That can't be right.
That's supersonic.
What?
That's
1,400 feet per second?
what?
There's no way.
Did I do it wrong? Right?
Equals. What?
Holy
1,400
fuck!
feet per second?
I guess.
Over 3 times faster than the pistol?
Wow.
What?
Why?
So if we count off 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. So it's almost a foot per second in the live view.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. So think of it this way. So this is 32,000 frames per second, but we're playing back at 24. So this is playing more than 1,000 times slower. And if this is doing 1 foot per second on here, it's going to be over 1,000 times faster than that in real life. So 1,400 is reasonable,
Wow.
which means
Wow.
there's technically a Mach cone coming on.
Benjamin Robbins reported a muzzle velocity of 1,425 to 1,700 feet per second for a 3/4 inch diameter ball fired from a 45 in barrel in 1742. Captain Alfred Mordecai reported an average muzzle velocity of 1,561 feet per second for an English musket in 1840. Ah! Yeah! Damn, that rifle's kicking some ass!
Off of that round.
Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
And we started this whole thing like, well, we know the numbers are going to be subsonic.
That didn't sound like a supersonic crack to me.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Way
okay.
slow.
Okay. All right.
All right. 75 grain?
I guess. 1,800.
1,800. All right. So it's 50% more powder, but I don't think it's a linear change. I'm gonna go with 1,650 versus
1,800.
high speed's ready.
3, 2,
Oh boy.
1. Oh,
Okay.
I feel that a lot more.
So that one I would have described as a supersonic sound.
Really?
Yeah, it was
I
more
can't hear much
thumpy.
from behind it.
Over here, it's pretty thumpy.
Ow.
1,000, 2, 1,000. Oh, it's moving faster.
It's definitely scooting.
My.
0017.
So it's faster.
Yep. Oh, 1764.
Oh. So
And
you were
who was
within
it that-
36 feet per second.
Yeah, so Matthias, you did what you said with Benjamin Robbins for in 1742. They got a they had a 1,745 foot per second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The right idea. How are you so good at this black powder stuff? So 50% more load meant 22-23% more velocity.
Okay.
So now we're going to double the original, but we're adding 33% more of
God.
the current.
Right.
So if this gains 200, we're going to be creeping up on 2,000 feet per second.
That is so crazy to me.
I'm going to guess 2,000.
I'll go 2,100.
Oh, you think it's going to go even faster?
No, it's probably
Oh.
not going to. I don't
It's
think we're
probably
gonna
like
get the same-
1950,
Probably.
you know?
I don't
sticking
know.
at
I don't know if they're going to be able to break 2,000 because there's only so much powder that you can cram down the barrel of this rifle before you hit that plateau you talked about, or where it becomes too much powder for the ignition. Like the powder's packed so tightly, it either becomes a safety hazard, or the powder does not properly ignite. and you get maybe like a staggered ignition where not all of the powder will ignite simultaneously, and you'll get a initial reaction that will fire out the round, but there'll still be powder left behind unburned, and then that burns in the secondary burn, perhaps. I don't know if they're going to be able to get 2,000 with it. If they can, that's going to be awesome.
2,000. Do you want above or below?
I'll just take the under.
So I get 2,000
Yeah, we're
above,
right at
you
shooting
get
out
2,000
unburned
below.
powder.
Correct.
High
That
speed
maybe
is
cooks off
ready
outside the
to
barrel.
Go.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness.
Good grief.
I felt way more on that.
It was definitely louder over here.
I may have flinched on that one.
1870. I should have picked 1900. I knew it. We did 1450, 1750, pretty close to 1900.
So I would say that's why 100 grain is probably a topic of discussion.
Yeah.
It does not seem
Yeah.
to be.
Because like, let's say we did 125, it might barely scrape more velocity. So we doubled the powder and we only went up 30% speed.
Really?
Yeah. It might be fair to say that that caliber and that gun barrel length, its asymptotic speed is probably 2,000 feet per second.
He's so smart.
I made that up. I just wanted to say it on camera.
Another very interesting fact is you can actually estimate the velocity of a supersonic projectile by measuring the angle of the Mach cone created at the front of the bullet and comparing it to the speed of sound. As a standard rule of thumb, the sharper that angle, the faster the bullet. This is caused by the bullet's horizontal vector of speed outpacing the shock wave propagating vertically off the bullet.
That's the science for the day.
Let's do one of the Brandon Herrera ADD breaks and let's start shooting some stuff.
Help out the small channels on YouTube. Subscribe to Herrera.
Also, leave a comment if you're subscribed to us and not Brandon. Let's see what it does to a gallon of water here. Let's start destroying some stuff.
Let's also hope that it's fairly accurate.
Also that, it should be.
It is rifled.
Weapons hot.
It's ready.
In 3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
No idea.
1.
Whoa!
I can't wait to see this in super slow-mo.
That was cool.
Wow.
If you would have told me that was
Yikes.
a modern rifle bullet, I would have believed you.
Where did I hit? That's like right
A third down from the top.
Yep,
Center.
Right round, baby.
Look at that just peeling open. And it's flattened because it's
God.
just lead against the water.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a disc now.
Okay, chat. Honesty time. How many of you are going, I really need to get a musket for home defense? Be honest. You're all thinking it right now. I should go get a musket or a Kentucky rifle. Loaded with great shot, yard dog.
Oh, you could see it going through.
Oh, definitely smashed.
Yep.
Yeah, if this were more clear of a container, you'd get that same, like when we shoot it through ballistics gel.
You see it
Speaking of
pancake.
which, you think we should shoot it through a block?
Yeah.
Converted so much of it to mist. That was energetic.
Very true,
yeah.
Matthias. Very true.
All right, we're gonna do a little penetration test with the pistol with a 35 grain load.
I say it gets just past halfway and then the gel pulls it back.
I say same scenario, just quarter.
Everything's rolling.
I hit it way high.
Did you go through?
It came out the top.
No, it's in there.
Is it?
It's in there.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Nice. Not much pullback on it. That didn't get too much pullback. Little bit. Little bit. Yeah.
All right, well, we hit the blocks.
Didn't
That's always good. Oh, dude, you
didn't
were
get
so
too much
right.
bulk.
Just
Look at
past
that.
halfway.
Yeah.
Not
Dang
much.
it.
So if we do a 100-grain rifle load, it's got to just plow right
It's
through
going
it.
straight. It has to. It was completely encapsulated the whole way, so that's a pretty accurate. I hit a little high, but
I mean, but it was perfectly flush, though. It's
Yeah.
not like you glanced it.
that's further than I anticipated.
That's what, like, 9mm do.
Yeah. I have to apologize to the black powder community as a whole.
We underestimated them.
So hardcore.
Full 100-grain load?
Full 100.
Let's blast it. We are more than quadrupling the speed.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
God.
doesn't stand a chance.
All right, well, let's
This
capture
is
it in
going
high speed.
through.
All right.
This has
for
got to
it.
go through.
Whoa.
Maybe
Dang.
not.
Oh,
Hey, now.
Dang.
what happened?
It like ripped the gel apart.
Jesus.
Oh.
Damn. Holy fuck. We need to see that again. We need to see that again. Look at the size of that fucking entry wound. Exactly, LaRook. Holy shit. And look how deeply that expansion is. Look at how deep the expansion of that is. It probably, that goes in probably about 3 to 4 inches at least. And it blasts out the side. Like, bear in mind, he hit the block pretty centerized. It blows out the side of it here, right here. It'll blow the side of it out.
Oh, what?
Oh, it stopped it.
Oh, yeah, it's in there.
Oh.
I thought the lead exploded in there, but
Oh.
it's intact.
That is a large cavitation.
You nearly split it in half.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Same depth as the
I don't
pistol,
think we've
though.
ever split a block like this.
Whoa.
It is not just from the pistol.
Is the bottom cut too?
Because the bottom's cut,
Whoa.
too.
But it only did it up and down.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Right here.
What?
Big shout out to Ballistic Dummy Lab, by the way.
I don't think I've seen cuts like that. So
No.
that is exactly the same distance.
That is
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
impressive.
Dude, the pattern's in there. It's almost like crystalline.
I mean, look at this right here. All this is the pressure wave blasting out the gel and just destroying it. All of this. Imagine that being used on a person. God damn.
Look at that.
Can you dig those out? So this is the 45, unscathed. Oh,
One little dent.
we do some weird stuff on this channel.
Okay, whoa. So like you were
going on
saying, like
here?
how much more energy it has to
Oh,
dump,
yeah.
you can definitely tell.
So the 1900
Yeah.
feet per second on impact
exactly, Hypo.
made it flatten. And
Well,
then
the
because it was
45
so
one
much
is rather.
flatter, it
Right.
could slow down sooner.
Yep, it had more surface area with drag on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I guess we were probably expecting a straight through because we're used to more modern ammunitions that hold together a little
Yeah.
bit better. And if you're here for the science, that's kind of the end of it.
Yep.
The rest of this is just because.
I don't know.
We know what's going to happen to us.
That's true.
What are we learning?
All right.
Let's see what a pistol does to this head.
Oh,
High
yeah.
speed's ready.
Okay.
Oh. He flinched. Oh! Not as bad as I thought. Not great, but not... Oh, shit, never mind. I retract my statement. I retract my statement. That was a through and through. Fuck. Again, please. Holy fuck. I don't think it got the break, unless it was on the back side. Does he have another angle?
Let's destroy
Yeah,
this
his
guy.
aim was
Yeah, the pistol-
off. His aim was very off there. It almost seems like it went a lot around the backside of the skull on that one.
It was
Yeah,
kinda
maybe
unsatisfying.
brainstem. Yeah. Jesus.
Hey, I think I hit the blood pack on that one.
What are they shooting?
That was so much better. Wow.
They must
Look
be
at the
shooting the
backstop.
500.
Oh!
What was that? His skull?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was like a perfect shot. Holy!
Wait, that was the muskets. That was the fucking. I thought that was the 500 Magnum. Oh my fucking god!
Hey, I think I hit the blood pack on that one.
That was so much
Holy
better.
shit!
Wow. Skull?
Yeah. Holy!
Jesus!
1900 feet per second. Look at his mouth open up and blood come out
Oh
from
my
everywhere.
god!
Just in time for Halloween.
The green's an interesting touch, though.
I know, I'm really used to the red.
Matthias? Better yet, imagine seeing something like that happening to the buddy next to you on the battlefield. Holy fuck.
Golly.
God!
Oh, look at the skin stretch.
Jesus!
Oh,
Bullet
no.
deposit 88% of its energy into the
That
head.
looks so creepy.
This could be a Halloween post for sure.
So this is pistol. Yep,
Jeez.
here's the pistol. Severe burns.
I wonder why.
Hey, he hit that center much more than I thought. Wow. Okay, that was a center hit far better than I thought it was. And it cleared. He hit that pre-centered on the skull, and it was a through and through. That's
Burns.
impressive.
I wonder why. Okay.
But then there's this guy. Oh, man.
Jesus.
Is it just an open cavity of...
Yes.
Yeah.
The brain has left
There-
the chat.
There's
Here's,
no
more
skull,
brain.
brain, nothing.
More of it. Huge difference between the two, obviously. That being said, this guy's still dead too.
Yes. As point
Yeah.
blank as you could get without the smoke covering up the bullet.
Yes. Yep. And to the point where he still got burned.
Yeah.
Like really bad. That's black powder.
That's black powder. Don't underestimate it.
No.
Yeah.
If you want to.
I would be very curious if they lined up heads with the rifle. How many would it go through? Given the amount of energy. And now, it probably lost most of its energy on that first ballistic gel dummy head. With the rifle. Yeah, and kid, that's what I was going to say. It might do something to two dummy heads beyond two. And I think the second one, it wouldn't blast it apart. Yeah, exactly, Taurus. It would not blast the second dummy head apart, but I think it would. I think it very could possibly penetrate the skull and basically scramble the frickin' brains. It just wouldn't explode it.
Want to learn about black powder stuff, you can go to sdi.edu. We'll have a link in the description below.
Thanks for watching that episode. Hope you enjoyed and learned something about black powder based weapons.
I learned a lot about black powder.
I didn't know we were going to approach Mach 2 from a black powder based rifle. I hope you enjoyed the high speed footage. Thanks to Ballistic Dummy Lab sending out these
Yes.
green zombie heads. First time these have ever been on the channel.
See them for all your ballistic gel
Yeah.
needs.
What do you guys prefer, the red or the green? I think both are cool, but
The green was a nice change up.
yeah. If you want an extended edition of this, head over to Patreon, and soon enough, we're gonna have some really cool posters that should be available on Bunker Branding. So that'll be some of our coolest high-speed stills that you guys have been talking about available in a poster form to hang up in your office, your bedroom,
Cool.
your garage, wherever you want.
And a lot of you request air rifles, so stick around for those. We're doing something Pretty
Eh?
unique with those.
Yeah, airsoft.
That should
but
be fun.
on steroids,
Yes.
if that's an okay word to say. On
Oh, that
YouTube.
would be fun.
All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Make sure you subscribe. Oh, there he goes.
I'll tuck out your camera.
Since you have your freedom musket, does that mean that your white hair is a powdered wig? Ah, just as the founding fathers intended.
No. This is au natural. Thank you very much. As au natural as an anime cat girl can be. Well, that was freaking awesome. That was fucking awesome. I was not expecting the rifle to do that much. Like, we did not see it do that much damage with Grand Theft. That really surprised me, but god damn was it impressive.